Imagine a period where the transfer window closes, the door shuts, no one could sell, no one could buy, as that grace periods have passed away. Chelsea were in hand for midfielders, in fact, world-class midfielders, but they couldn't get any one of them. They were in pursuit of Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. None of them ever made it through the doors of Stamford Bridge. So the question that a lot of people would have been asking would be, without these world-class midfielders, with the issues Chelsea have with regards to creativity and the midfield in the whole, in general, can Chelsea cope through the rest of the season? Hi, this is Fairboy, and you are on Note the Point. Now, with regards to the question I just asked at the outset, whether Chelsea would be able to cope with the rest of the season, look, it's kind of interesting that we are discussing this question. Where do I start from? Okay, I'll start from here. My answer is yes. Chelsea can do without the signings or the midfield targets we're going for. In theory, that's the caveat, in theory. And this is what I mean. You see, there are solutions to every problem. If our midfielders don't know how to create chances, then we should find another source of creativity. And I think that if you look around within the components in the squad of Chelsea Football Club, you realize that Chelsea's attack is way better. You have Joao Felix, you have Mudryk. He came to show a glimpse of his ability against Liverpool. You have Noni Madueke. Even though I don't know a lot about him, but reports and hearsay gives me the vibe that he's kind of good. You have perhaps Kai Havertz, Raheem Sterling, Christian Pulisic. You have Hakim Ziyech, and you have Aubameyang. So when it comes to attacking firepower, Chelsea have it a lot. Our issue is midfield. The midfielders we have are not creative enough. They harness their energy, or they use their energy mostly for defensive actions. So if you look at Mason Mount, Zakaria, and the rest of the midfielders we have, Jorginho is just sideways passing. He does not have any creativity. You realize that, of course, they are not up to the standard of midfielders that we need. So it shows that this team is not capable of dominating any football game. So how are we going to get the best out of them? Well, it's kind of simple. Play to the strengths of the attack. The attack loves to play within space, like in space. That is what they love to do. Joao Felix, as an example, played for a team that plays on the counter. So his orientation is more of, I want huge chunks of space. Let me play it into it. Mudryk is one player I think would be an exception because he could dribble. Hakim Ziyech is one similar guy who needs space. Sterling, Pulisic, all these players need space to thrive on. So there are ways in which you can get the best out of them. And I'm going to propose two. The first one has to do with the use of targets, man. This is how it will go. Chelsea can decide that we can play directly from goal kicks. Find Kai Havertz, who I would say is a better target man. Find Kai Havertz so that Kai Havertz will draw or link with the rest of the attackers, the wingers, and maybe the number 10. Then they can play off of him. In this way, Chelsea can create more chances because the opponent will leave a lot of space in behind for them to exploit. One weakness of this is, although Chelsea would create lots of chances, the probability of Chelsea missing more of the chances is greater. So it will be cost 90. It will be like we've not even created chances in the first place. Even though we are going to create volumes, we're not going to score enough goals because the sort of wingers we have and the sort of number 9 we have do not know how to score goals. This comes my second approach. That is to play a speedy forward who is also competent at scoring goals, but also thrives on a lot of space in Aubameyang. How should the team function around Aubameyang? It's quite simple. Midfielders win the ball, give the ball to the wingers so they can do their creativity. So Mudryk has shown he's creative enough. His passing is good. Give it to him. Let him beat 2 or 3 players. Then give the ball to Aubameyang and let him finish. Because Aubameyang is the only attacker in our team that has proven that he knows how to score goals. So let's play to his strengths there. Maybe Hakim Ziyech in the team, he's going to provide this sort of direct balls, long passes that will find him. Play to his strengths. Now, for Chelsea to be able to play with this vast, enormous space would require that they drop their line. They're not going to press in the opponent's half. So, which means that as Chelsea drops its line, they are going to afford the opponents the opportunity to play some of the football and get into the midfield. Once they get into the midfield, they fight for the ball. Chelsea wins the play team behind them. Like if you play against big teams, it works against them. But you would say Chelsea is a big team. Chelsea will play a lot of smaller teams. So why should Chelsea be sitting back against the smaller teams? They are expected to be dominating the ball, possession, and carving out chances for themselves. Well, I think that Chelsea can still do this against the small teams. Nowadays, the small teams are competent enough on the ball. So this is what I think. If Chelsea could give them this sort of false sense of, okay, you have the ball, you are dominating it, then we can use that as a means to punish them. Chelsea have players who are pacey and who are deadly. So with that quality up front, we can do more damage than what these small teams would be able to do against us. So that is what I mean when I say that Chelsea can play without these top midfielders that I'm talking about. Your Enzo Fernandez's, your Moises Caicedos. We can play without them. In theory, on paper, it sounds nice, it's possible. But the practicality is what matters. I'm not the manager. If I were the manager, that's how I would do it. But Graham Potter is the manager. So it is up to Graham Potter to find solutions. Personally, I'm not convinced with him. I've realized that if he does not have the sort of players he wants, he does not know how to get the best out of the team. So I'm waiting to see what he's going to do with the signings that Todd Boehly and his consortium has been able to make for him. I want to see how he's going to manage this crop of attackers without the midfielders and without a backup right back. So we want to see what he will do. So the point is, yes, Chelsea can do without these midfielders for now, this season. But it is up to the manager to bring the best out of them. Let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section below. Do you think Chelsea can do without Enzo Fernandez or Moises Caicedo for now, this season? Or you think we badly need them? I want to know that in the comment section below.